whole bunch of these in, like, what the heck is it? There's something in there. It's like a little egg of some sort. What do you think it is?
Eggs. Like what kind of egg though?
Macy thinks this is a lizard or snake.
Hi. We found eggs. Don't know what they are though.
Should we squish them? No,
If you
just
have
joking.
any idea what they are, please
Tell us in the
comment
comments below.
below.
Here, put them in here. Should we incubate them and see what they are? If they're snakes, they'll die.
Wait a minute, I think I probably shouldn't have picked them up because if they go upside down, they might die.
Well, there's no way we're gonna be able to tell if they're upside down or not. And probably that's upside down because it's, oh no. Take them to Dad and then bring back out 5 and ask Dad what he thinks they are. My husband will be able to figure out what those eggs are. I'm so curious. If it's a snake egg, no bueno. Sorry that I draw a line. No.
No idea what they are. He thinks they're reptiles. It's some kind of reptile.
I'm guessing
So
lizard.
he sent a picture of the eggs to one of his friends, which is like a reptile enthusiast. And then he's gonna just, I don't know, like ask what it is.
Put them back in there.
And then imagine like a giant lizard comes out and just attacks us.
What?
Then imagine like a giant lizard comes out and attacks us.
No, thank you. Do lizards like their eggs?
I have no idea.
Like, are lizards maternal at all?
I don't know.
Look, Macy. Ground cherries everywhere. Big cut ground cherries.
I think it looks cool how it's like leaning off.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's a mad sounding duck. I kind of want to incubate them and see what they are.
Do you?
Or
wait until Dad gets back with you.
If it's not a snake, I want to incubate it. Cause I like lizards. Lizards are cool.
Look at how this is vining up the side of the wall. Isn't that not just so cool?
That's so cool.
Isn't it? It's just really beautiful and wonderful.
If you take get a little pot right there and you put it there and then just imagine it grows like all the way up the side of the wall.
I know, wouldn't that be amazing? It'd be beautiful.
That would be so pretty.
Lily! Lily! What are you doing?
Look, we found it in that pot.
Hi, mate. Yeah. I'm just wondering what they are, like if they're like snake eggs or something, or just some kind of a small variety of snake of some sort.
I feel like snake eggs would be bigger.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
What if it's a really small
Yeah,
one?
okay. Bearded dragon. So they get them up here. Yeah, okay.
Come look right behind here, Macy. Come look right behind here and see how many ground cherries there are.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
okay.
And there's so many more coming. It is so cool.
Yeah, alright, I'll give it a go. Alright, mate. Alright, catch up. Where were they?
I moved
I
this,
think they were some
and they were on
there.
top of, they were underneath here.
They were underneath it,
Underneath it.
and it was right there.
Yeah, it was right there.
So you moved it off there.
I moved this, and then I had the net down, and it was on top. The net was down, so they were on top of the net, but over
It was,
this.
like, right there.
So this was kind of like up on this, like on a tilt, and
I think I heard it.
Can you pick them up, Macy? Because your fingers are softer than mine. I feel like I'll crush
what
it.
are you gonna do with them?
I need to get a light, shine a light through them.
I heard Dad's friends say they were bearded dragon.
Bearded
You said
dragon.
they could be.
I think bearded dragons are cool.
Veins in there.
Yeah.
So they are fertilized.
Oh I see a tiny little thing in there.
Let me see.
Yeah,
I want to see.
yeah, it's alive. Here, pick it up.
Excuse me. Don't let wiggle. It's a little lizard.
Can you take a
looks
photo
like
of
a
that, like a
lizard.
really good photo, and send it to
What do
me?
you say?
Bearded dragon eggs.
Bearded dragons?
Yeah.
Are those dangerous?
No.
It's not going to be in this video, but I also want to redo my balcony. I have so many ideas for this balcony, but the problem is I need to decide which one I'm going to do. I definitely want to do planter boxes all the way around the entire balcony. From here all the way around, as you can see where I'm rubbing my hand. And I also want to do a wall of some sort, maybe herbs, maybe lettuce, I don't know, strawberry, something there as well. All right, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide what plants I want to keep, what plants I don't want to keep. I think this green zebra pretty much died while I was in bed for like a week and a half. I don't want to throw it away though. I kind of want to give it a chance because it does have 3 tomatoes on it. And this also has some basil in here. Ooh. That's strong, but not in a good way. So I don't think I'll pull out the green zebra quite yet. The patios. Let's talk about the patios. They've given good amount of tomatoes. My problem is the leaves. Like, what is going on? What is going on with those leaves? I don't know. The patio is getting pulled. I've also got some garlic chives. Those garlic chives are fantastic. So we'll definitely preserve the garlic chives. Hey, sweet girl.
Bye.
Gonna help me with my video?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna check on the eggs real quick.
What?
I'm gonna check on the eggs real quick.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep both of these. This is the iced tomato, and this is the one that Macy chose, which I can never remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's so like.
Will you read the name?
Okay. Jean Flamey.
John Flamey. So we're gonna keep these two. We're gonna clean them up a bit and give them a little bit of love. So we're going to pull this one so far. We'll keep the garlic chive because that is gorgeous. And I'm going to pull this last one. It's pretty dead and it's never done really anything for me the whole time. Then if we turn our attention over here, I'm going to leave the sweet potato. I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to leave this ground cherry in here. I'm just going to let that go because it is doing phenomenally. So far we've freed up this pot here and the one on the very end down there. So that's giving us 2 pots to be able to plant in. We've also got 9 grow bags, if you can see them right there. I'm going to leave the banana plant, palm tree. What do you call this? A banana plant? A banana tree, a banana palm. I'm gonna leave that. I've got an asparagus in there, if you can see it. I'm gonna leave that in there for now. I might pull that out and plant it in one of the grow bags, we'll see. So I'm going to leave this ground cherry as well in this pot. It seems to be doing fantastically. You can see there's some ground cherries there. There's quite a lot of ground cherries there. We've got ground cherries underneath here. This is exploding with ground cherries. I'm going to leave the artichoke in here and I'm going to transplant my rhubarb into a different pot. I think I'm going to put the rhubarb into this pot here and let it just be on its own. I'm going to sow the seeds directly in the ground. So anything we plant out today, I'm going to just directly sow it. I'm not going to try and do anything fancy with it. I definitely want to do some lettuce. I definitely want to do some herbs. I definitely want to do some green beans. This is miscellaneous greens, so we'll have a look at that. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize we have freaking cat grass. I'm definitely growing the cat grass because my cat keeps eating the plants.
Coco's cuddle. When you did cat grass, I saw Coco jump up here.
Oh, we've got zucchini. I wonder if I can plant cucumbers right now. I would love to plant cucumbers. Get that out.
It's so hot.
What? Come sit over here on this side.
Ooh, we have watermelon.
I wonder if we can plant watermelon right now. Should we give it a go and just try?
Is it a summer thing?
Read on, oh, it doesn't
don't
say. I've got more garlic chives. I've got a lot of garlic chives right now going on. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do any cauliflower. I don't want to do that. I kind of want to try okra. Is it a summer thing? Let's see. Let's see what okra says.
Ooh, we have rock melon.
I can plant it in the summer. I think I'm going to plant some okra. Should we try? Let's see pull it out and check it out on the back and see what it says when we can plant it.
Rock melon?
Yeah, see when we can plant it.
Oh, I love rock melon.
I know. It's funny you call it rock melon. Look, carrots.
Ooh.
Want to do carrots?
Yeah, but we should wait for April.
Actually, we can do carrots in the summer. It says spring and summer and winter.
It's got a whole bunch of checks on the back, and they're like,
Are they on the summer or autumn?
spring and summer have like all the checks. See? Lots of checks.
Okay, let me see. Actually, you have to look at. So we're an orange region. So yeah, we can do it right now. Cool. So we've got a lot of things. So let's get that out.
Why do you have a tiny little thing?
I bought them online off the Facebook Marketplace.
Sugar.
Radishes. I want to do them all. I want to do them all. We're making a mess right now.
You have chili peppers.
I do.
I think the picture of the cat is cute.
On the cat grass.
Yeah.
Show them the pot we're gonna plant the cat grass in.
I think we should water this like every day.
In our cat pot.
This will die.
So the cat grass is going in the cat pot.
You know, the kind of look like golden teardrops. It's from Rapunzel.
Move them all around. All over the place.
I'm just kidding. We caught a frog. It's so cute. It's green on its back. Frog.
Don't worry, guys. We let Mr. Froggy go. He's bouncing around in the garden somewhere, wreaking havoc probably. I don't know. Do frogs wreak havoc in the garden, or are they good to have? But he's in there somewhere, bouncing around, having a good day. What I decided to do was to mix the compost, the manure, and the potting soil together to give each plant the best chance they possibly could. Right now, it is a big experiment for me. I need to figure out what things work. I read things. I hear things from you guys. And it's all one big experiment, so this is just fingers crossed that it all works out. What I decided to do as well is to take the containers that I pulled the tomatoes out of that I didn't want to keep and just mix that soil in through all of the different pots and containers, because I thought that, you know, why waste the dirt? Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Is that good or not good to reuse your soil? And then I noticed the grow bags, they weren't full enough, so I needed to combine some of them. I'm going to get more soil next payday, this next week, and then we are going to fill up all these grow bags, plus hopefully a garden bed. So keep an eye out for part 2 of the garden makeover, because I would love to buy that garden bed I just mentioned, and I would love to get some more soil, and I really want to plant out a lot of winter hardy vegetables. So after I ended up combining all the different soil types, I ended up with a total of 6 pots, grow bags, whatever you want to call them, to plant in. This container here had the Swiss chard that in the beginning was really just not very good. So I'm breaking up the soil because it's really, really compacted in there. I'm going to attempt to plant something else into this pot. I can't remember what I planted, but you'll see that later on in the video. I had leftover cow manure, so I went ahead and I added the rest of the cow manure to this pot so that I could try and give it a little bit more sustenance or nutrition or whatever you want to call it. Like make it a little bit more hardy, if you know what I mean. And then I was just trying to get some of the dirt off of these compacted tomato roots just to kind of save on dirt and soil. It's pretty expensive to buy it, and so I wanted to use as much as I possibly could from what I already had, the plants I already had. These are the garlic chives that I wanted to try and keep. I'll show you guys in a moment what they're looking like today. And so I went ahead and I planted them in the potatoes that I planted earlier. I knew that I had some space on the side, so I planted them in there. I think potatoes are a good companion plant with garlic chives. I'm not sure, but I think I read that somewhere, which is why I chose to put them where I put them. And I stand corrected. I thought that other pot was my last pot. It wasn't. So I have this pot as well, which this is the pot that I use the rest of the cow manure in. And I believe this pot I plant the rhubarb in. So I put the rest of the cow manure that I had in the bag in this pot, and then I mixed it up, and I also added the little bit of a grow bag what I had that mixture in there, and I added that all up together so that I could give the rhubarb the best chance possible. I really hope that plant survives. It's not looking great today. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but I'm really hoping that that rhubarb survives because I really, really love rhubarb. One of the things I wanted to plant first was these sugar snap peas because they grow, from my experience, they grow very, very quickly, and it's going to give me my confidence back and make me feel like a really cool gardener lady. So I went ahead and I planted the sugar snap peas, and then I moved them back by the window so I didn't accidentally plant something else in that pot. And then, having learned from past mistakes of not mulching right away, I decided to mulch right away and water my plants like a good gardener lady should. You know, I'm like, bringing on, this is the year of being the good gardener lady that I want to be. The next thing I want to plant are these beans here. It's kind of silly. It sounds kind of silly, but I'm not sure if this is kind of like a green bean or if I'm going to get actual like beans that you cook in the Instant Pot or not. So I'm going to plant them and then we're going to find out. I feel silly for not knowing that, but it's true. I don't know what kind of a bean this actually is. In this next pot, you can see that I ripped off part of the packet and I shoved it into the pot with whatever it is that I'm planting here. I believe right now I'm planting cucumbers. I know in these next 3 pots I plant cucumbers in one, radishes in another, and okra in another, and I can't remember which pot is which, but I do have them with the labels in the back part of the packet on it, so I will show you guys that later on. But I went ahead and I planted out these last 3 containers with what I just previously told you I planted them out with, and moved them back by the window so that I knew that something was in them, and I mulched everything I read on the back, and if it said to mulch, then I mulched right away. Some of them, 1 or 2 of them said not to mulch, so I just followed whatever the packet said to do, and we did that, queen. Yes, we did. The rhubarb was looking kind of sad, so I stuck some stakes into the ground, and then I took some, I think it's actually embroidery thread, and I just tied up the rhubarb so that it was standing up more straight. I showed you guys earlier, it's not looking so great. I think something started to eat it, so I'm going to cover that up today, and we're going to try to give it some TLC. Hopefully we can get that rhubarb to survive. If you have any tips or tricks about that or suggestions, I would greatly appreciate it because I really want my rhubarb to survive. They say it gets worse before it gets better. This is real life showing you that it gets worse before it gets better. So we've got the pots all planted up. We've got a mess to clean up. We've got some trash to throw away. We've got some sweeping to do. Got to get rid of that cat tower back there and just general cleanup. I'm going to throw away all this trash that I've accumulated, and I'm going to put the grow bags away, and I'm going to clean up the plants and things that I've pulled out, and I'm going to put away my seeds, of course, because we don't want to leave those out. But that's all for today. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and we're gonna do a final layout, cleanup, and we'll talk about what else I wanna add into the garden. But, good morning. Cockatoos have a lot to say this morning. Alright guys, that is pretty much it for the redo of the garden for now. You can see here, I've got a lot of grow bags. I've got 6 grow bags. I've got 2 pots here. I've got more mulch. I'm gonna see how these 2 tomatoes do over the next couple of days because I want to know. Can I help you? Can I help you? I don't like the ducks in my yard. These 2 blueberries right here are going to be repotted into a bigger pot. I just don't have the bigger pot yet. Artichoke is doing okay. Mint is not doing okay, but I'm gonna leave it and see how we go with it. I've shown you a couple times the ground cherries. This one has just absolutely exploded. And if you look underneath, you can see there's lots of cherries growing. There's one. There's one. There's one right there. If you look, you can see there's lots of ground cherries. Lots more there. So that is very exciting. Most of these plants here are really just an experiment because they did not say that they would grow in autumn or fall, whatever you want to call it. So it's a complete and utter experiment on pretty much all of these pots. I think the radishes and carrots were the only ones that were like, yeah, go for it. The rest of them were like, no. I missed my grow season. I don't know why I didn't plant those earlier, but I figure I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a go and try. Well, I live in a very warm climate, so maybe. It is pretty cool this morning, pretty crisp feeling, so I don't know. I'm just gonna leave these and we're gonna see how we go. And we're gonna hope for the best. I am definitely going to do a part 2 to garden makeover, but I'm gonna wait until my budget resets and then I can get some more containers. I'm going to plant out some more seeds that are actually appropriate for this time of year. And I'm also in the front yard, I'm gonna try to transplant my sugarcane. Do you guys think that these things will grow? I don't know. Give them all the love I can, but we'll see. I also want to plant up all of my organic potatoes that I bought, and I want to buy more organic potatoes, and I want to plant those up as well. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, I would please ask if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I have a goal right now of getting to 1,000 subscribers. There's lots more videos like this to come. Give this video a like if you enjoyed this type of video. I'm very sorry about the birds, and I'll see you guys next time.